How is everyone doing today? And in this video, we are going to be doing a showcase video for a different type of team that is not including one of our usual mainstays for the team, which is Ambi, because usually we would run something like Zhu Yuan, Nicole, and Ambi. That way we have a support character, the DPS, and also the Daze character as well. But I think a way that we should start looking at teams, as I previously said in another video, is trying to fit in some anomaly in between the teams. And I do think with trying out someone like Grace and even someone like Piper, we can dramatically increase the amount of damage we are doing with the team, because we are just going to be doing non-stop ether damage with having Zhu Yuan and Nicole, and of course the related buffs they give each other with their own skills, with their signature weapons, all that different type of stuff. Some really good things to see from that. But the main thing is having an anomaly character like Grace or Piper to be able to non-stop trigger their reactions on top of the constant ether damage that we're going to have, giving us a lot of disorders, a lot of their own shock damage, and not only that, a lot of the corruption damage as well. Of course, I am going to be building out Nicole with anomaly proficiency, with the anomaly build-up res drop on the 4-piece effect with the energy regen set, with anomaly mastery, and also anomaly proficiency disc on the character. That's the main portion of this build that you only need to know. Other than that, same thing goes for Grace. We also have the anomaly proficiency set on this character as well, and then Zhu Yuan is a normal Zhu Yuan with the DPS related just drives on top of her. So we're gonna go ahead and test this character out with the anomaly team, which I think is by far probably one of the strongest teams to be put onto Zhu Yuan, besides having Ambi on the team. I do think having Piper or Grace is going to be a very big improvement to the team, just because, especially when looking at the amount of AoE that you're able to deal with, looking at how fast you can get shock related reactions, how fast you can get corruption, it's going to be super easy to proc disorders like that one right there. And now we have corruption on one enemy. We can go ahead, shock again for a 74k disorder. And the cool thing about, look at that, oh my, that's a lot of damage. But the cool thing about having Nicole on the team, I think that's one of the coolest things for her to be on the team for Zhu Yuan, and it's a really cool thing that they have a nice synergy together. It's just overall, the grouping that you get from this is insane. And we're gonna get disorder, 73k disorder, and we're just gonna flip-flop between the elements, making sure we get one or the other reaction, and that's going to allow us to get a shock off and then go straight back to corruption. And that allows us to get our, look at that, disorder. Absolutely beautiful. And then we get to just spam our bullets, because for the most part, having Nicole on the team allows you to just load out all of your magazine for the bullets that are on Zhu Yuan's kit, just because you're able to build them up so quick. You're able to get that all done in the matter of seconds with refilling her gauge up, just by doing quick assist, just by doing chain attacks, and you have a lot to spare with sprinkling in her skills and her ultimate, and then the enemies just erased for the most part. And as you see, they're gone. Oh my god, this is so cool. The grouping on this team is just insane for how much you're getting off of it. Now I am getting hit by straight bullets, which sucks, but for the most part, we're doing the damn. Look at that. Was that 200k? That, oh my god, I wonder if that was 200k. I did not get to see if that was the case. But again, with the example of a lot of ways to regain your magazine, you're able to get the corruption off. Now we can start playing with Grace, and this is going to allow us to get the disorder off, getting that extra damage in while we're building up. Look at that, 56k disorder, beautiful. And then we're still building up all the damage with Nicole's ether bonus, with having Grace's disorder coming out with the shock. Just a lot. Look at 60, oh my god, 64k disorder on top. Oh my god. 64k disorder on top of Zhu Yuan's ultimate, on top of a shock, on top of the defense ignore for Nicole. There's just so much that gets added onto this team that you get similar results if you were to go in with Piper, which Piper also has a really good synergy with this team as well, just because she gives buffs based on having the correct amount of stacks for her power, which she gets an overall damage bonus to the team. So it ends up helping out Grace in the long run, or not Grace, but it ends up helping Zhu Yuan in the long run. So what we can do is we're actually going to go in with having Piper on the team, just so that you can see that you get similar results with this team, and it's just going to be overall super strong regardless if you have a 5-star unit or if you have the 4-star unit in this team. So we're going to go ahead, replace these real quick, and then get a energy bonus set from Grace herself. That way we can have the similar stats that we had with Grace. And I think the last one is in the bottom left, if I'm not wrong. I am incorrect. I cannot find the energy bonus for Grace. There you go. And this is going to be what we have for the disc drives for Piper. So similar things, same disc sets, same stats, all that different type of stuff. And we're going to go back into it with Piper and show you that no matter how you use this team, whether you use it with Grace, whether you use it with Piper, you're going to get similar results and you're going to do a massive amounts of damage, because these anomaly characters are just going to be so crucial later on in team building. I absolutely love it. It's just a really fun way to build the team and a really fun way to play the game. I just think the only downside is that you will have to worry about getting hit quite a bit with having Piper on the team, because she doesn't have to stay at range, something like what's it called, Grace has. And that's a big viability for her, that she doesn't have to get so close, that she could proc her reactions without having to be dead in front of the enemies, which can be a little hard to deal with as these enemies are all doing their own thing, all hitting with their own attacks. And you're able to just spam disorder, spam anything that you need in regards to the reactions in this game. I just think these characters are super fun to play. I think you get a lot more out of this than you do having something like a Dazer or having something in the stun class, because you're able to get off these disorders, and they're only going to get stronger as you level up these characters and as you get better. Look at that. You're going to get so much more in damage numbers. And I would like if he stopped attacking as well. But we're getting a lot of days off. We're building up the assault meter. We're going to go in with the defense ignore with Nicole. Back into Piper. I thought I could go right 64k assault. Holy crap. And then this goes into a disorder, 35k. He has corruption on him. And then this leaves Piper to do what she needs to do. We just pop her ultimate. And then she's going to get a lot of anomaly build off of this. And of course, the better built the characters, the more you're going to end up doing with them as well. 22k assault. I wish I didn't get hit by that. I'm not going to lie to you. But let's go ahead and go in with Nicole with the field. That's the defense ignore. And we're going to go ahead and hopefully pop that assault, which we did not. That's the only thing that's hard about it. Making sure that you're on top of all the elements for the characters that you're playing with. I think Grace, again, is really good at doing this by herself. She's not as strict with having to be so close to the enemy, because that could be a real big pain in the later Shiyu floors. But I think Piper overall is just a really nice character to play around with. So if you have Grace, level her up. If you have Piper, level her up. I think Grace and Piper are going to be used in a lot more teams as time goes by, especially with them being the only anomaly characters that we have at the current moment. I think in the future, we will 100% get better characters for the anomaly team and much more premium characters with bigger boosts probably. I think that's going to be something that we should expect as time goes by. But as you see, assaults, corruptions, ults, we're just getting a lot of numbers across the board. Oh my god, look at Zhu Yuan. Bro, Zhu Yuan is a monster. And she has piercing bullets too. Oh my god. But other than that, that's pretty much it for this showcase when it comes to talking about Zhu Yuan and some of the cooler teams you could run that's not just having a stunner, because I know a lot of people feel that Ambi is a little out of place, or she is basically playing the same way as a lot of the other teams, not giving Zhu Yuan a little bit of flair. But I think if you add in someone like Piper, who has her power stacking mechanic, which gives a full-on damage buff to the team, you're able to do some really nice things. I just noticed that that is a team passive that we did not proc, but later down the line, we'll probably be able to proc this. So I think Grace would be a better character to add this on top of. I did not take that into account that was a team passive. That's my bad. But I do think Grace overall is just a really great character for the AoE, for the range aspect of this, and being able to flip-flop between the characters a lot more, being a little bit more interactive with the team, being a little bit more honed in with what exactly you're doing on the team. And it's not a set amount of rotation that you're going to be doing, just because you will be paying attention to when do I have ether damage on the enemy, and then when I have ether damage on the enemy, let me go ahead and start using Piper for the assault, get that big chunk of damage off and get the disorder, go back to ether, put those bonuses in, let Zhu Yuan do what she needs to do with her ultimate and how much damage she puts out. Overall, just a really fun playstyle and something you should definitely check out in the future. Of course, I would love to take suggestions on what to showcase and how to showcase them. I am trying to go around using shiyu defense and also hollow zeros as metrics, but I don't know exactly where's the best place to try it out, because I know not everyone is at the last stage of shiyu defense, so I don't necessarily want to bring that out yet. But before we get into all that, or after we get into all that, we'll try it when we get later down into the game. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. See y'all guys in the next one, and peace.